So hello everyone, welcome back to class number 23, and in today's class we are going to do something amazing, right? We are going to practically show you how to shoot and edit. I mean, editing is in the next class, but anyways, in today's class I'm exactly going to take a phone and shoot it in front of you. Like how I plan, how I script, how I, kind of shoot those cinematic.
My name is Tharun. Video editing has changed my life, and it can change yours too. Tharun speaks quality, quantity.
There are some few basics that you have to nail in order to get a cinematic footage, right? So cinematic footage or cinematic B-roll, whatever you want to tell it. So coming back, shoot cinematic B-rolls, right? So the first things first that you have to know is people just, imagine you're shooting a cinematic B-roll. At that point of time, most of the people just take the camera, they just shoot randomly, ding, 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 and then just edit it and then they post it. So every B-roll should have a story, right? All the cinematic B-rolls that you have, all the cinematic B-rolls that you're shooting, all the cinematic B-rolls that you're editing, at the end of the day, they should give a story, right? So what is your story? Is what we have to feature. What is the story that you have in your mind that you're going to shoot? Right? So there should be a series of events that you have to shoot. It's not like you got a couple of cinematic footages here, there. You clubbed it and you made a video out of it. Nahi. You have to get a proper story into your cinematic B-rolls in order to make it a very, very, very good B-roll. Right? ठीक है, मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा बात कर लिया. I mean, I've talked a lot. So here are the 3 steps. First thing is we plan how to shoot cinematic B-rolls, and then we actually go and we shoot them, right? Shooting is mostly like experimental. You shoot it, see whatever the things that you planned, they might work out or they might not work out while you're shooting. But you just have to be patient, fail, you need to try, fail again, then you need to experiment with a couple of things, change the position of lighting a bit, and then you'll be able to sit and edit the B-roll very fast. So if you can shoot and plan properly, your edit gets very streamlined and you can do it easily, right? So with that being said, let's go to the first step, plan. So hello everyone, as I just told you that I will be practically showing you how to shoot cinematic B-rolls. So here we have a paper. This is the place where I'll be planning how to shoot, what to shoot and all. And as I don't have anything, I have these 2 cards, right? So in today's class, we are going to feature these 2 cards and we are going to have like a cinematic B-roll between these 2. Okay? So the story, whenever you are shooting a perfect B-roll, is the story that you need to have in your mind, right? You need to frame it. And once you have the story, then you need to plan out what are the frames that you want to shoot, right? Once that is done, you actually need to experiment and shoot it. And uske baad, you need to go to the editing setup, right? So the first thing that we have is, we have 2 cars, right? So what's the plan? P-L-A-N, plan. What's the plan? So the plan which I have is, first maybe I'll feature some, car 1, and then I'll feature car 2, and then I'll reveal to the audience that we are having a racing between these 2 cars, and then we'll actually start the race and we'll see who the winner is, right? So basically this is the B-roll idea that I have. I mean, I'm trying to come up with all of this as I'm shooting this. I did not plan any of this earlier, and this is how I request you also to be, right? So basically whenever you're planning to shoot something, most of the time you wouldn't have a lot of time to actually plan, sit and do it. So what you have to do is just think of it. What can be a good plan? There are 2 things over here, right? The first thing is the car, right? What is the hook that people have? Race. Who will win in the race is the hook that you have, right? So every B-roll, don't just randomly go and feature this car, feature that car, shoot. Nahi. You should have a proper plan in your head, right? Once this initial planning is done, then you have to do one thing, which is you need to plan frame by frame. What is the transition that you're going to have? Because this planning, whatever you're planning over here, that will help you while you are actually shooting it, right? And while you are also editing it. Okay? So with that being said, let's actually plan the frames right now. So the first thing maybe I'll have, maybe I'll take, I'll have a blank frame which says race, and maybe my next frame would be featuring car 1. So I'll take different angles of car 1. Front angle हो गया, and then side angle हो गया, right? And then maybe I'll also take car 1 is moving shot of car 1, right? And similarly I'll replicate the same for car 2, right? Once this is done, and then I'll go to the next step, which is race between these two. So this is the first frame in which I'll have car 1 and car 2 in the same frame, and uska background mein I'll write something called race, right? And I'll have a timer 3, 2, 1, and then the race starts. I'll feature car 1's movement, and then I'll also feature car 2's movement, right? And then I'll show a frame where both of these things are moving together, but one of them is ahead of other, right? And then final race line pe I'll have a line, and I'll show that car, jo bhi ye car hai, that has won the match, right? So this is like the basic what do we say, the storyline that I have. Obviously I did not plan how would I plan like the transition between these two, so utna zyada planning nahi karunga at this point of time, because I want to do it while I'm doing it. So in this entire shoot I want to shoot it over a normal smartphone, right? Not even an iPhone, just a normal Android ka phone, because I guess most of you guys would also be having phones with you, right? So I guess that is it. This is about the planning. We'll now get into shooting. Okay? Let me arrange this, and I'll see you over the place. Let's see. So the first thing that we have is this white car, right? I want to record a couple of cinematic footages of this. So what I'll do is, white is there, so I'll try to record it with red wala, base, and maybe some blue lighting in the behind, right? So let me actually take a couple of B-rolls of this, right? So first I'll have like a static shot of this, and then I'll have some movement wala shots of this, and then I'll have pura room dark, right? And you might have seen those phone ka launch or some like these kind of launch events where we have a light moving on the product, right? So these are the 3 kinds of shots which I want to try out for this thing, right? So we'll start. One more thing which you have to take care while shooting something is try to have this exposure lock, right? So if you just, like any phone that you take, click here and you'll have this lock, right? Just long press on it, taki the focus and the exposure will be locked, and then you can start shooting, right? Because at that point of time what will happen is that your phone won't fluctuate these with these like light ka changes and all of those things. So that's one thing to keep in your mind. Chalo. So once this is done, like the normal shots of this is done, now I want to try out that black wall effect, right? Which the entire room will be black, dark, and I want to shoot some B-rolls with light here and there, right? So that's what we are going to do. I'll turn up the lights and we'll see how it goes. So now I have recorded a couple of B-rolls for both of these cars. So now the task is to keep them together and then have that 3, 2, 1 start wala motion. So what I'll try to do is I'll have 3 static shots, one from here, one from there, one from upper, one from back. Okay, 4. And that will be the beginning of the sequence where the race is starting, right? And then uske baad we'll have 2 moving shots, one of this car, one of that car, and finally we'll feature one more scene where we'll have both of these cars together, right? And then both of these cars will fall down. We'll also record that falling wala shot in slow motion, and we'll show it something like Fast and Furious ka shot. Okay? So that's the plan right now. We'll see how it looks like. Let's go. So I have this brick light, which is of a chargeable brick light. So my lighting setup gets very easy with this. But yeah, even if you don't have this, initially I was using a similar one, but with a wired one, right? A similar brick light. It's also called as RGB floodlight. If you want to buy it, you can get it for like 200-300 rupees. But yeah, just get one of those because this will actually make your entire shot look cinematic, right? And you can do a lot of things with this. Three, two, one, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 1, go. So that is it. We have shot the individual shots of both of these, and then we have shot the racing wala shots. Then we have shot some things in dark, and uske baad we have shot the race and even the finish line. Okay? So now I'll actually sit and edit, and I'll actually show you how this edit looks like. Okay? It's going to be very interesting, very fun. But 2 or 3 things that I actually want you to do while shooting cinematic B-rolls is that always try to look at the direction in which you're shooting. If you want to do a transition, right? If the first shot is moving this direction, the second shot should start with this motion, right? In the similar direction of both of this, right? And also the second thing that you have to take care is try to experiment with a lot of shots, because when you're actually editing, you might not even know that a shot might be useful here, this shot might be useful here, this shot might be useful here, right? So you need to take care that you have abundance of shots. Otherwise, while you're sitting to edit, you wouldn't have the idea, right? With that being said, even I don't know if I've got all the shots correct or not. So I'll have to actually see. And the third thing that I want you to take care is try to shoot, try to maintain proper lighting while you're shooting, right? You might not have all the lights which I have, but try to get contrast, right? These are the 3-4 things that I want you to take care. So with that being said, let's actually edit the B-roll of this, and that edit will be available to you in the next class. Okay? So with that being said, this is very fun. Like, this has become very fun for me at least to do, man. Like, because it's been so long since I did a cinematic B-roll, right? So everything that I did here, it's impromptu. I didn't plan any of this before. But yeah, I guess maza aane wali hai. Let's actually see how the final edit would look like. Okay? Wait for the next class. With that being said, keep learning. Bye-bye. See ya.